What's up, Metaverse Update crew? Get ready for a rapid-fire download of the hottest tech and digital identity news. First up, Ghana is making massive moves with the Ghana card, and Yayra Korku Deku is leading the charge to turn your national ID into a digital wallet. Imagine your Ghana card not just identifying you, but also holding your cash and letting you make payments with just a tap. This is huge for financial inclusion and streamlining transactions across the nation. Next, we're diving deep into the digital world's most subtle yet powerful tool, the Instagram bio. We'll explore how this small space is actually building entire online identities, shaping first impressions, and even opening doors to new opportunities. It's more than just words. It's a digital fingerprint that tells the world who you are and what you represent. Now, shifting gears to the UK, we've got some serious scrutiny on the push for digital ID. The Tony Blair Institute for Global Change is pushing for it, but critics are calling it a ruse, arguing that every problem from potholes to migration is being used to sell a digital ID agenda. We'll unpack why some believe this could lead to massive data collection and privacy breaches. And finally, a coalition of campaign groups is urging UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer to dump these mandatory digital ID plans before they're even announced. They're warning that this could fundamentally change the relationship between citizens and the state, potentially locking out vulnerable individuals and pushing migrants towards exploitative situations. Don't miss this critical discussion. Make sure you're subscribed and have that notification bell on so you don't miss a single update. Ghana's national ID set to become your digital wallet. Get ready, Ghana! Your Ghana card is about to get a major upgrade, transforming from a simple identification tool into a fully functional digital wallet. Yayra Korku Deku, the Executive Secretary of the National Identification Authority, NIA, has revealed exciting plans to activate the digital payments feature on the nation's ID card. This move aims to revolutionize financial inclusion by allowing cardholders to easily make and receive payments, using their Ghana card as a secure authentication tool. Deku explained that this initiative is not just about convenience, it's a strategic effort to generate revenue for the NIA. He highlighted that the digital wallet is the next step in evolving the Ghana card, following the successful rollout of the e-passport. The vision is to create a uniform platform, accessible to all financial institutions, with the goal of lowering transaction costs and ensuring broad public benefit. Several financial institutions have already expressed keen interest and submitted proposals to be part of this groundbreaking project. This development positions Ghana at the forefront of digital identity and payment innovation in Africa, mirroring similar initiatives in countries like Benin and Djibouti. The public reaction has been a mix of anticipation and curiosity, with many eager to see how this will streamline daily transactions and boost financial inclusion. Analysts are watching closely, noting the potential for significant economic impact and the challenges of ensuring security and accessibility for all citizens. And that's just the beginning of our digital journey today. Stick around, because next we're dissecting the subtle art of online identity. It's all about the Instagram bio. Your Instagram bio, the ultimate identity builder. In today's digital-first world, your Instagram bio is far more than just a few lines of text. It's a powerful tool for constructing and projecting your online identity. As we increasingly connect online before in person, the way you present yourself on social media, particularly through your bio, becomes a crucial first impression. It's the digital equivalent of body language, offering a snapshot of your personality, confidence, and values to anyone who clicks on your profile. From influencers showcasing their brand to individuals expressing their affiliations and beliefs, Instagram bios have evolved into sophisticated personal branding platforms. They can be curated with motivational quotes, professional achievements, or even symbolic emojis to convey a specific persona. Beyond branding, bios serve as identity markers, allowing users to signal belonging to communities, movements, or specific aesthetics. This collective use of bios creates a shared language and sense of community among users who identify with similar signifiers. However, this curated self-presentation also raises questions about authenticity versus aspiration. While some opt for straightforward bios, others meticulously craft theirs to attract attention and opportunities. This tension highlights how bios often tell a narrative, who you want to be seen as, rather than a literal truth. With features like clickable links, hashtags, and varied fonts, Instagram bios have become interactive tools, crucial for creators and businesses seeking collaborations and for individuals defining their digital presence. The impact of these seemingly small text spaces is significant. They serve as filters for opportunities, with brands and businesses often assessing potential partners based on their profile bios. Moreover, the act of writing a bio prompts self-reflection, pushing individuals to condense their complex lives into a few impactful words, a process that can be both empowering and stressful. Ultimately, your Instagram bio is a condensed narrative, shaping perceptions and potentially influencing your digital journey long after a user scrolls away. From crafting your digital persona to questioning its very foundation, we're now turning our attention to the UK's controversial digital ID plans. Stay tuned as we uncover the hidden agendas and public outcry. Is digital ID the UK's latest ruse? In the UK, frustrations with public services are high, but the proposed solution from the Tony Blair Institute for Global Change, a national digital ID app, is drawing sharp criticism. Critics argue that every inconvenience, from potholes to migration issues, is being weaponized to push the agenda for digital identification, rather than addressing the root causes. The idea that a digital ID app will magically fix issues like road repairs is dismissed, with proponents pointing out that the problem often lies in a lack of physical resources and better infrastructure planning, not reporting mechanisms. This isn't the first time digital ID has been presented as a panacea. Past arguments linked it to managing COVID-19 status, a notion quickly debunked by the realities of asymptomatic spread. Now, it's being touted as a solution for illegal migration, despite existing systems like national insurance numbers. Critics vehemently argue that the true motivation behind the digital ID push is not public service improvement, but the immense potential for commercial interests to collect and monetize vast amounts of personal data. The comparison to the controversial data leak from Afghanistan underscores fears that a centralized digital ID system would exponentially increase the risk of data theft and privacy breaches, rather than prevent them. The promotion of digital ID by figures like Tony Blair, who has a history of failed large-scale IT projects, further fuels skepticism. Many question the expertise of those advocating for such transformative technology, especially when their track records suggest a disconnect with practical IT implementation and public trust. The lobby pushing for digital ID is accused of exploiting every crisis to advance its agenda, without full transparency about the long-term implications for data privacy and civil liberties. Public discourse is increasingly polarized, with concerns mounting over the potential for unauthorized access and significant privacy breaches. The narrative that digital ID will enhance security is being challenged by evidence suggesting it could create unprecedented vulnerabilities. And the debate over digital ID's potential pitfalls is heating up across the pond. Next, we're hearing directly from campaigners urging the UK's Prime Minister to halt these mandatory ID plans entirely. Campaigners sound alarm. Scrap UK mandatory digital ID. A powerful coalition of 7 major campaign groups has penned an urgent letter to UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer, demanding he scrap plans for a mandatory digital identity system. This system, reportedly set for imminent announcement, is being framed as a tool to combat unauthorized migration, but the campaigners warn it represents a fundamental shift in the relationship between the state and its citizens. They are deeply concerned that while the current focus is immigration, future governments could easily expand its use, making digital ID a prerequisite for accessing a wide array of public and private services. These groups, including Article 19, Big Brother Watch, and Liberty, argue that mandatory digital ID is unlikely to curb illegal immigration effectively. Instead, they predict it will push vulnerable migrants further into the shadows, seeking work with employers and landlords who operate outside regulated channels. They highlight the flaws in existing systems, like the e-visa scheme, which has already faced accuracy issues, disproportionately impacting the elderly, disabled, and digitally excluded, risking their access to essential services. This stance contrasts sharply with previous Labor election promises, fueling accusations of introducing a significant policy shift through the back door without adequate parliamentary oversight or public consultation. The public is clearly voicing its opposition, with an online petition initiated by Big Brother Watch already gathering over 100,000 signatures. While the government maintains that no firm decisions have been made, media reports suggest an official announcement is imminent, potentially tied to the upcoming Labour Party conference. This push for digital ID echoes past efforts, notably the ID card scheme championed by former Prime Minister Tony Blair, which faced significant political and public resistance before being scrapped. Concerns are mounting that the UK could be heading towards a system criticized by figures like Nigel Farage as resembling modern-day communist China, moving in the opposite direction of countries like the US, where digital identity initiatives have been curtailed. The debate is intensifying, with strong arguments on both sides regarding national security, public services, and individual liberties. And that's a wrap on our deep dives for today. But don't go anywhere, because we've got a rapid-fire outro coming your way with all the key takeaways. And that's a wrap on today's Metaverse update. Ghana is gearing up to turn your national ID into a digital wallet. Instagram bios are proving to be powerful identity builders. And in the UK, a fierce debate is raging over the proposed mandatory digital ID system, with campaigners urging its immediate cancellation. Don't miss out on any of these critical developments. Like this video, subscribe to Metaverse Update, ring that notification bell, leave us a comment below with your thoughts, and follow us on all our social channels for more updates.